How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlett, and welcome back to another rumor video. Today, guys, we're going to cover another rumor that I think you guys may or may not enjoy. I mean, it's up to you guys what you think about it. But basically, it's a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl rumor, and I thought we'd take a look at it, see what it's all about, see what it's, what it says, what it does, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, just kind of go through it. So, if you guys are ready, drop a like down below if you are excited. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And let's jump into the information, shall we? So, Pokemon Diamond recut and Pokemon Pearl recast. So, kind of weird names, I'm gonna be honest. They sound a little bit odd from what I'm usually used to seeing with rumors, but it also includes an image. I'm not really sure what it is. It's like a forest. Mostly it's kind of like a fantasy type of forest, and there's a giant moth in my room. Oh my god. As soon as the light went on, it just starts flying around. Holy moly. Either way, back to the rumor though. Tentative release date of late 2021, though this may be delayed. So that sounds reasonable with all the things happening in the world, though we have heard from Nintendo that they aren't looking to delay anything, though reveals have been delayed, but I don't think any actual releases have been delayed in terms of development, so who knows. But story is faithful with several points of divergence towards the end. Fair enough. Adamant and luminous orbs are capable of transforming Dialga and Palkia into their origin forms. Okay, these forms resemble their appearances on the original game's title screens. Ooh, okay, so that's interesting. That's really weird. So like that mean kind of like the kind of like a darker color, yeah, kind of a darker color with like shining parts. That would be really sick, almost like shadow Pokemon. So yeah, camera is controllable except for indoor areas. Okay, Sinnoh is littered with smaller wild areas like Mount Coronet, Amity Square, and Pal Park. You explore Pokemon dens in the underground. See, I don't know, man. I don't care about dens as much, if I'm gonna be honest. So I just want the underground to be like it was in the past, with like little mini games and stuff, and almost like a secret base type of deal with it. Stuff like that would be really fun, or just adding more to it in that sense. But if it's just going to be dens, that would be really boring. Next up though, Pokétch has been upgraded to a smart Pokétch. Game Freak are planning on releasing a related app for smartphones that allows added interactivity and mini games. That would be really cool if they do that, because I'm a big fan of mini games, and I don't mind when they kind of cross over between like mobile and like the Switch. I don't mind it if it's done in a really nice way, but if it's just kind of like whatever, then yeah, I do have a problem with it. But if it's like it's done in a nice way, I'm on board for it. I think it sounds awesome if they do it the right way, right? That is all cool. So who knows? But they continue. The stat trainers Cheryl, Riley, Mira, Buck, and Meryl have expanded roles. Okay, once you clear their respective areas, you can call them using the Pokétch for help in non-event battles. That's interesting. This will become important later for reasons listed below. Okay, so we got mythical events will be distributed as part of regular updates. Otherwise, no DLC. Ooh, that's good. I don't like no DLC, man. I just want the game to be full in, on release. No, none of that weird stuff. But let's continue. No Johto remakes. Releases of Gen 1 through 3 on eShop with home functionality. That would be interesting. See, we just got like the Mario, like the Mario re-release, 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy 1. All those were kind of put into a bundle now, like the All-Star bundle, right? And we've seen like re-release of older games recently, so it's possible. So I wouldn't see it as a weird thing for them to like re-release Gen 1, 2, and 3 in a bundle as like a Pokemon All-Star bundle, something like that, and just have that as like a limited edition type of deal. Because I mean, they've done it before, and I just killed a freaking what do you call those, mosquitoes? I just killed it in the middle of the just the middle of the freaking video. Just bought that boy. All right, let's continue. So next thing, Pokemon Peak and Pokemon Valley. Ooh, so he's talking about Gen 9 here. This is it. Spicy stuff right here. Spicy stuff. Let's see what he says though. Pokemon Peak and Pokemon Valley, kind of interesting names, I will be honest and say. No concrete release date yet. That's interesting. No concrete. Okay. Working titles for Generation 9 games. Region is based on the Pacific Northwest. So basically, it's not actual, not actual names. Pacific Northwest. I'm assuming that's somewhere in the U.S. I don't really know, like American, like whatever way they call them and stuff like that. Pacific Northwest. I guess it's like the Northwest. I don't know. I don't really know much about the US like geography. Pokemon can now hold 2 items, one offensive and one defensive. Existing held items will be organized into these categories. Some combinations are possible. New gimmick is EX meter, which is kind of interesting because then we can just get like the Pokemon Masters EX or something, like wasn't that just added? And also EX is part of like I think, the card game, right? I think it's in the card game, and sorry about that noise, but it's part of the card game, I'm pretty sure, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if that was to pop up in some sense again, but in, you know, the mainline games. Who knows? Which is basically a limit break. They're Z moves or max moves that are boosted attacks that require expanding a part of a meter to activate. Actually sounds pretty cool, to be honest. Several wild areas linked together in an open world biome. Okay, cool. The Cramomatic is replaced with a portable counterpart. Big emphasis on crafting. That would be really cool if they bring that in. I would love that. I actually think it would be really cool and add like a little bit more depth to the game, right? But you've got to increase the difficulty then to make it, you know, reasonable to actually craft. Because otherwise you can just skip and, you know, skip using it and kind of just do whatever you want without actually having to utilize it. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong about that. So, next up, stat trainers are further expanded upon and act as a de facto party member. Max of 3 classes are introduced like breeder, researcher, and chemist. Bro, if this was true, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you right now, ladies and gentlemen. If this was a real thing, if this was true right here, this rumor was to hold any actual water, right? And actually, here is some water. If this was actually to hold any sort of legitimate water and was legitimately real in any sense of the word, this could be one of the, I would argue, one of the best Pokemon games they could put together. Because, I mean, we got like a limit break type of deal, right? Like kind of a meter that's going to charge up. Then they can use like a special move, which I'm pretty cool with that idea. I think it could be a pretty interesting kind of thing to do. Instead of like having Z moves, which are just like here's a nuke button, right? There you go, right? Or even Dynamax, it's just like, here's a giant nuke button, goo, boom, you're now Godzilla, right? Or even like, I mean, Megas were a bit different. I did enjoy Megas because they kind of change your Pokemon in a big aspect. I mean, big aspect, right? Dynamaxing does that as well, technically speaking, because it makes your Pokemon genuinely large. But I feel like with this, it would have like an actual gameplay element where like you can't just instantly press the nuke button and then boom, it's over, right? Instead you got to charge it up in some sense, which I feel like if they make it so like, you know, after you have some certain new moves, right? Have some moves that actually give a boost to the EX meter increase, right? So those moves are more like, you know, utilized. Like, I don't know, make Growl or some shit. Like some of these moves that are never used, like Tackle, maybe make it so that move, like, you know, like increases the EX meters, like gain by 50%, right? Or something like that. Like, I don't know, I think that would be a really cool way to do it. My throat is horrible right now, so I needed that. But basically what I'm trying to say is that could sound really cool. Now, I'm not a big fan of this party member thing. Like, I don't know. I mean, it does follow the Pokemon, like, not sorry, Pokemon, but the RPG genre, you know, logically, because RPGs often do have parties, right? Like, look at, like, Final Fantasy, you have, like, multiple characters. Look at, like, Dragon Quest, also multiple characters. Like, usually they have more than one character, right? But I don't know, man. I do, though, like the idea of, like, breeder, researcher, and chemist. And he said, like, you know, these are some of those classes are introduced, which he says like, you know, breeders. So I mean that means that there would be more than that, right? And I would love that, bro. If that is true, if that does happen, that would be one of the coolest things ever, bro. Because I think a lot of people have always wanted to be able to take on different roles. Like, oh, you know, somebody maybe just wants to be a gym leader. You know, maybe somebody wants to aim to be a gym leader. That would be really cool if you could do that. Or somebody wants to be a breeder, right? Some people just want to add the role as breeder. Just that role and having an outfit that fits that. That's enough, man. Or having a building where you can go and do that specifically. Like, there's so many things they can do about Pokemon to make it so much cooler to actually play through and enjoy, but they you know, just haven't done. And I feel like this is a golden opportunity, if anything, to actually do that. So what do you guys think about it? This rumor, to me, it sounds bloody fantastic. I do like some of the stuff about, like, what he's talking about up here, about, like, the Diamond and Pearl remake stuff, because it's all in the same rumor, by the way. It's all in one rumor, so it's pretty interesting. Then no Johto remakes. I mean, it is what it is, right? And getting an eShop re-release of, like, Gen 1, 2, and 3, like the original games, I would not mind that. I'm A-okay with it, right? I don't mind it, so yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section down below what are your thoughts and opinions about this. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Rolf. I'll see you all next time. Peace out, and bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a really fast intro, jeez.